Okay then, Helldivers, we are back and we have got some stuff to talk about today because 6 hours remaining on the major order, and it is actually possible to do if we all rally together. This is going to be baffling, but we're going to take a look at it anyway, as well as some talks from the Baskinator talking about the supply lines and how there is potential in the future for them to be changed so that we can actually control them. We're going to take a look at that information, but what we will not have is any news coming today, allegedly. The Baskinator has confirmed, and we're going to take a look at the info she's given us there. And we have also got some confusing alterations with that one because there's also some new depots that would release a big new update. I have no idea what the hell is going on, but we're going to take a look at all the info involved, and we're going to remember a specific day at hand because I think that it's cool to have a nice moment in here. Nonetheless, if you haven't already, smash that beautiful like button and subscribe with post notifications turned on. It'd be greatly appreciated. And make sure you check out our sponsor, Instant Gaming, who at the moment are celebrating Christmas just like the rest of us with a calendar of cheap games. I know, it's crazy. You get to open one per day and get games even cheaper than the cheap prices they already have. Link in the description. Make sure you go and check them out and get your games a bit cheaper today. With that being said, let's dive into the game and see what's happening right now. So starting off, we are here on the Helldivers companion app, and we can see that the major order is looking, well, actually quite interesting at a 43% liberation rate for Ballistica. This is obviously all we need to do left to be able to secure the MD8 gas mines, and we are looking at an interesting spectre right here because over on the automaton front we have the Ballistica planet, and we can see right here that we have got around 43% liberation with a 5% movement rate. This essentially means that we can really do this. We've got 9,000 people in here right now, which means that we've got around 12 hours for a victory on it, with only 6 hours remaining on the clock of the major order. This is going to be a very slim hit, as if we can get some more Helldivers to run in onto the planet, we currently have around 15,000 playing, and if we can have a few more thousand come on over the next 6 hours, this could actually be a viable option. Now, the likelihood is we will fail it in the last hurdle because as Helldivers we are renowned for doing so, but it's cool to know that there's actually a chance that we could finish this and get those mines taken over. Let me know if you guys are diving over on Ballistica right now, and if you think that we'll actually get it done via the comment section below. I'm a little bit bleak, but I'm always hopeful to try and push that extra effort and see what we can pull out the bag. Anyway, moving forward, there has been conversations happening inside of the Discord where the Baskinator was talking about the supply lines. Somebody asked if they could clear up the misunderstanding and expectations people have about the supply lines, and are they created by players liberating planets, or if they were actually liberated by, like, the actual GM himself. And she stated right here, I asked GM Joel just to be sure, but we control when new supply lines appear. For right now, they're mainly used by Helldivers to know in advance how the galactic front lines would shift in the event of a planet liberation. Of course, in the future, we may be able to build in the ability for the community to build, repair, and destroy supply lines, but that does not exist as a feature currently. Now, the supply lines have always been something which have been a confusing factor for a lot of players. As to why, I have no idea. I think that they're pretty straightforward, but because they don't explain them in the game, it does make sense that a lot of people don't understand how they work. But the fact that we should be able to have some sort of control over them with building, repairing, and destroying, this could be a very, very interesting escape. I think that it could go terribly wrong, though, if people aren't sure what the supply lines do now. Giving people the opportunity to be able to destroy and build them could be a very testy feature. Let me know if you'd love to see this inside of the game. I think that it's quite cool that they're talking about it, although it's not confirmed. It's quite cool that there could be something in the midst in the future for this one to come through. Next up, though, we were all hoping for an update today. We were all hoping for some news updates today, but it does seem that it's not going to happen. As somebody states, tomorrow we finally have any news, and the Baskinator said not tomorrow. Now, the way that she's actually wrote this would imply either that there's no news tomorrow and we're just getting the update straight off the rip, or we are not expecting anything today, but we are expecting something this week. Now, that is probably the likely case, as the moment there is seeming to be, well, it's some more signs that are happening with regards to a new release of something, and this right here shows a patch is definitely imminent. Now, what are you guys hoping for in the next patch? And I think that this Reddit post says it greatly. 1.4 thousand upvotes, But we have got the release 1 latest, which is the latest change depot inside of the game, as well as use this to go live has also been changed just yesterday. So this could be something coming in play today, but it also may not be today, and it could be later on in the week. At the moment, I think Arrowhead are kind of just doing things as and when they think that things are ready, rather than just basing things on a Tuesday activation, which we have been used to for quite some time. So Tuesdays now really aren't known for update days. They just kind of update it when it's ready. So it kind of makes things a little bit more of a surprise. We've all been waiting for Tuesdays for such a long time that I think that we've all kind of got used to it. But unfortunately, it don't look like something's coming in today. Although if anything does drop, then do make sure to stay tuned to the channel, because as soon as it does drop, we'll be giving you guys all the information that you need. And before we head into the top comments, we want to give this a very, very big remembrance. As somebody posted up, do you remember the date we achieved total victory over the automatons? Now, I'm actually intrigued with the amount of people that watch these videos and play the game itself right now. How many of you guys were actually here when this happened? Now, this did happen quite early on, at around early April, and this was quite an interesting time period where the automatons were eventually, well, gone, which was quite a funny feature, but nonetheless, it was a very, very big shock when they eventually did return, and it was, well, it was quite tedious to say the least. But we did have this poster right here be the poster that was actually posted up during that time period. For me, I absolutely adore this, and the only reason why we're mentioning this, I think, is because at the moment the game has got some quite dark tendencies at the minute, and not really a great reputation to be able to uphold, with things just really, really slowing down. But this is sort of a reminder of what the game can genuinely bring to the table, and that hopefully Arrowhead lean more into this sort of stuff, and we can start seeing some storyline basis that genuinely do make quite a big change to the players. We've had so many things in the past that have genuinely resonated with us so well, and we hold so dearly to us, that posters like this, they just make sense, and hopefully the game can lean into it a little bit more, as the mission was accomplished and the galaxy was freed once more of the automatons. I really miss these sorts of storylines, and realistically the basis of the DSS just isn't going to match the Creakers or when the automatons were completely eradicated. We need some more storylines that are going to hit the community right in the heart, just like it did when we saved the kids. I just wanted to push that one out there to give you guys some feel-good vibes, as I know that a lot of you are getting a bit down about the way that Helldivers is right now. But we are going to take a look at your top comments here, as you guys had a lot to say in the last video, where we had a massive amount of leaks coming from Tier 5 and from Iron Sights, which were actually some of the better leaks that I've seen this year, and I was really, really intrigued to see where the going dark would go. And if you guys are intrigued about it as well, well, make sure you go and check that video out, because it was so damn cool. Anyway, this first comment right here states, those squids sounds are going to be so cool when they get added in 6 years. Now, this got over 300 likes in the comment section, which is a fair amount of likes for a comment in our comment sections, I will not lie. And I think that they actually are hitting the nail on the head as to what the community's expectations are right now, and everybody seems to think that they're just never going to come. I don't think it's coming this year, although next year hopefully we'll experience something closer towards the year mark of the game's existence. We'll have to see exactly what happens, but 6 years, probably a bit of a stretch if you're asking me. The next one right here states, I feel violated. Arrowhead clearly got those Illuminate sounds from my bathroom. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a bug to locate. I absolutely loved this, and why this didn't get more likes, I'll have no idea. Now, we're not going to give you guys any spoilers to what happened in there, because they are leaks, but it is hilarious how good this comment is, and if you want to know what he's talking about, then make sure you go and check it out. It was such a funny one. And this final one right here states, now picture this, you are on a planet killing robots, then the whole world goes dark. You think it's an eclipse, but then you see it. It's an effing Illuminate ship. And yeah, man, we are just so excited for something to happen inside of this game that we're just sort of really boosting our expectations way further than where it's actually going to go. And I think that we're kind of trying to bring a storyline into our own brains to make the game a little bit more excited, although Arrowhead need to really do something before we only have that, because at the moment it's really getting to the point where a lot of players are just dropping off left, right and center. I'm really excited to see where Helldivers goes, and knowing what we've had as a past and as a storyline up until this point, I'm still pretty hopeful. Maybe I'm clawing on to just some dead strings, but I don't think so. I've got faith in these guys, and hopefully they'll pull it back. Let me know if you guys do via the comment section below. Thanks again for watching, guys. If you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe, post notifications turned on, and as always, up until the next time, I'll see you in the clouds.